Hey everyone, I just got back from a quick test flight with this 5G carbon fiber folding drone, and honestly, most of the cheap ones I've tried get the basics wrong right from the start. You know the ones, flimsy plastic arms that snap in a light breeze, a camera that looks okay on the box but turns into a pixelated mess once you're a few hundred feet up, and a battery that dies before you even get the thing trimmed right. This thing actually feels like it was built by people who fly for a living, not just thrown together for a quick Amazon sale. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First thing that stood out was the build. It's carbon fiber, so it's both light and tough, and it folds down to about the size of a water bottle. I tossed it in my backpack with my laptop and didn't even notice it was there. The arms lock in place with a satisfying click, and they don't wobble in the slightest when you're flying. I've flown a few folding drones that felt like they were held together with rubber bands, but this one feels solid from the moment you unfold it. The 4K camera is actually usable. I shot some footage over the park this morning and the colors were natural, the detail was there even when I zoomed in, and the footage stayed smooth even when I pushed the drone out to about 1.5 miles. The 6 km HD transmission is real, no stuttering, no dropped frames, just a clean feed to your phone or tablet. I was able to keep the drone in sight the whole time and the image stayed locked on my screen without any of the usual lag you get with cheaper models. Flight time is where this thing really surprised me. I got just under 50 minutes on a single charge, and that's with the camera running. Most of the drones in this price range give you 15 to 20 minutes if you're lucky. I did a quick lap around the neighborhood, switched to follow me mode so the drone tracked me while I jogged, then let it climb up to about 300 feet to get some overhead shots of the local soccer fields. The battery still had 20% left when I landed, so I'm confident I could have doubled that lap if I wanted to. The obstacle avoidance is worth talking about. It uses sensors on the front, back, and sides, so it'll actually stop and hover if it senses something in its path. I flew it through a narrow gap between two trees just to test it, and it slowed down, adjusted its altitude, and slipped through without me touching the sticks. That kind of feature used to be reserved for drones twice the price, so it's nice to see it trickle down to something this portable. I also like the creative flight modes. There's a follow me mode that locks onto your phone's GPS, so the drone circles you while you hike or bike. There's a waypoint mode where you plot a route on the map and the drone flies it automatically. And there's a return to home feature that kicks in if the battery gets low or the signal drops. I tested the auto return by walking away until the signal was weak, and the drone came straight back to me without any drama. The only real downsides I ran into were the wind and the learning curve. This drone is light for its size, so a stiff breeze can push it around if you're not careful. I'd recommend flying on calm days or keeping the drone low if it's breezy. Also, the controller has a lot of buttons and settings, so it might feel overwhelming if you're used to simpler toy drones. But once you spend an afternoon with the manual and a few practice flights, it becomes second nature. Overall, this feels like a pro drone that's been shrunk down and made portable. It's not a toy. It's a tool that can actually help you capture decent footage without breaking the bank or filling up your car with gear. If you're serious about aerial photography but don't want to lug around a suitcase-sized drone, this is the one to get. Anyway, if you want to see the current price and any bundle deals, the link is below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.